Hello everyone, I'm finally back and I'm so excited to show you the pieces that I've made so far. I had some pretty serious health issues these past few months, which was why I was unable to post, and I also didn't make as many pieces as I wanted, but as I was recovering, I was still able to make some pretty cool stuff, and I'm really excited to show you. So the first piece is this makeup bag, and I made it in one day, I believe. And it's one of my favorite pieces that I've ever made. I used the bobble stitch on this one. The way that it feels is just so satisfying. So it's very fun to just have in my purse. And it's able to really carry everything that I need on the go. And I didn't really use lining or a zipper, but instead I carry it with a Ziploc bag inside because I found that it's a lot more practical for me personally, because if something spills, then I can just have it spill inside of the Ziploc bag while still maintaining the fun crochet aesthetic. I really love this one, so I think I'm probably going to rate this a 10 out of 10 because I actually use this on a regular basis. The second piece is this black flower sweater vest, and it's been a really cool piece to layer. I purposefully chose to make this a layering piece. I made the armholes so huge that it can basically be a neck hole as well, because I wanted to make it something that I could wear with a button down and a t-shirt. I think it was a really good choice to make this in black because I can wear it with basically any color, and I can also dress it up or down with shorts or jeans or a skirt. And so I really do like this piece. I might give it an 8.5 out of 10, I think. So I actually had the yarn for this bag for a really long time, but I didn't really know what to do with it. So it remained in the bottom of my trunk for quite some time. But one day I decided to make a hat out of it. So I started crocheting a bucket hat, but sadly I didn't have enough to make the brim. And so I had a yarn bowl instead. But one afternoon, my mom decided to try threading one of her old belts through the bag, and it ended up looking really good. And I think it reminds me of Sully from Monsters Inc., but it doesn't really fit a whole lot of things. It really can only fit my sunglasses or maybe a hand cream. So I think I'm going to rate this a 7 out of 10. This next sweater is so cool and comfortable and stretchy because I made this with a cotton blend yarn, and sadly it's been discontinued, so I can't get more of it, but I really enjoyed making this. Another kind of fun fact about this is there's actually 2 different colors in the yarn. So this one is more of a bright green, and then this is a bit of a faded cocky green, and that was because I ran out of the yarn that I needed, so I was able to blend the 2 colors together, and I actually think that makes it more of my style. So it's a bit cropped, and it's a boat neck style so that I can also layer this with a tank top. So it's a really fun piece for summer, for fall, and for spring. I don't think I'm able to wear this in the winter because there's a lot of holes in it. Because I love how comfortable this top is and how stretchy it is and how well it fits me, I think I'm going to give this top a 9 out of 10. Next piece was made by a crochet YouTuber that I really love to watch. As soon as I saw her post a tutorial on YouTube, I immediately was like, I need to make this right now. And I immediately jumped to crochet this. So I also made this in the span of a couple of days, I believe. And I just love how it's a sweater vest, but it's also reversible. So this is the front side, which is a very nice latticed type of stitch. And the back looks completely different. So this is the back, and it's like a gingham pattern, which is so amazing to me. I don't even know how she thought of this, but thank you so much. I've been really enjoying just how fun it is to switch it back and forth. And I also love the tie detail on the sides because I feel like that's really big right now and it's a big trend. And sadly, I didn't really calculate the sizing too well for me, so it's a little bit big on me, but I do think that it's a fun piece to pair with a button down or a t-shirt. And I've also let my mom wear it out and it looks so amazing on her, so I'm really glad that I made this piece. It was such a fun piece to make. Even though I do love the pattern and the reversibility and the different colors, I think I will have to rate this top a 7.5 out of 10 because it doesn't quite fit me perfectly. Next piece that I made is this balaclava, and I believe I made this using a tutorial by Belina Bellwood, and I loved the colors of this balaclava, and that's what really drew me to it. So I decided to take a risk and make this. Because I'm from California, people normally don't wear balaclavas where I live, but it was just so cute. So I decided to take a chance and crochet one for myself. And I'm really glad that I did. I think that the colors are just so fun. Pink and white is one of my favorite color combos. If you've seen some of my past creations, like my pink and white skirt, you'll know that I really like putting the colors together. It's a little bit Barbie-core. One con of this is I think the balaclava might be a little bit small for me. I haven't blocked any of my pieces, so maybe that will make this balaclava fit me better. But let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for how to make this a perfect fit. So for now, given the color combo, but the lack of perfect fit, I will probably give this a 7.5 out of 10. My last piece is also based on a tutorial by Belina Bellwood, and it's this yellow sweater. It's not really a summer sweater because I didn't have mohair yarn in the colors that I wanted for this sweater. So instead I used wool, and I think that made it a lot more of a fall or spring sweater. But it's so fun. I wanted to make this sweater more of my style. So the first thing that I did was add a lot more gray into this sweater. And I was inspired by the Pantone 2023 color palette, which was yellow and gray. And I thought, oh, that would be such a cool color combo to wear. So I decided to add a lot of dove gray into the sweater. And I love the contrast that the gray brings to this piece. I also decided to make the top longer so that I could wear it for a lot more occasions. And finally, I decided to make the sleeves really, really, really wide as a normal top. I decided to make the sleeves wide because I was inspired by the Korean traditional hanbok. As some of you know, I've made a hanbok jeogori or jacket in my past, and with a lot of hanbok jeogoris, the sleeve is rather wide. And I really liked that look, and I thought that it would be really cool to add that sort of sleeve detail to a modern sweater. And so I decided to do that with this sweater, and I just love the way that it looks. I think it's so fun. One con of this, however, is that it's really heavy. So when I go outside for the first couple of minutes, it's great and I feel super happy. But because of the amount of yarns and textures and how wide the sleeves themselves are, after a while, my arms start to droop because of how heavy everything is. And so this is not really a piece that you want to wear when you're dancing or doing something really active. Like, don't go to an arcade wearing this sweater because if you have to throw basketballs, it's going to be pretty heavy. Recently, I've been doing a lot of dopamine dressing, which is where you dress up in a way that affects your mood and makes you a lot happier or brighter by using brighter colors. And I think that this is really the perfect example because yellow is just such a happy color to me. And I actually didn't have a lot of yellow in my wardrobe. So I think this was a really, really great addition. I think because of the heaviness of the sleeves, I'm going to give this sweater an 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for being such good listeners, and I'll see you in my studio vlogs.